you can kind of help balance that out, I guess. If you are really bad at standardized tests and you are really afraid of the MCAT, work really hard in your classes, a good GPA can kind of help balance out maybe a little lower MCAT. So.
Yeah, that kind of said everything. I had 387, and I guess like you can look at every school and they'll say, well, our average MCAT was this, our average GPA was this, but you guys all took math and you know that it's an average, so there's people that are above that, people that are below that, kind of like I was saying. So, I mean, don't freak out if you don't match up to exactly what their averages say. There's a broad range of people that get in. So,
to add to that, pretty much 80 to 90% of everybody applying to med school will have somewhere between a 3.0 and a 4.0 for GPA and a 25 to 35 in that. Granted, there are people in that category, but your competition is not going to be like that much different. That's why all you do outside of academics also counts. Your energy counts. What you put in your MCAS application, which is extensive. Your secondary, that's it. So there's so many things out there that counts because when you actually do become a physician, when you see the patient, it's not about how well you can take tests. It's about how well you interact with people, and that's what makes a good physician. Studies have shown that if you're like the best physician ever, patients are more likely to not go to you if you don't interact with them well, versus if you're not that good of a physician but people like you, they tend to stick around. So, I mean, focus on the numbers as much as you possibly can, but if you don't have like that forefront of that 45, don't think, oh my God, med school is just not for me. Because there's so many things you probably have to offer that's not academic, that is definitely needed. So don't start with short.
Yeah, and I made a C in OChem too. I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, I'm never going to get into med school now. But, I mean, if you take other classes, so I took biochemistry after that, when you pick classes, you want to make up for things, is what I was told when I was applying. So,
They look at trends. They look at your last year and a half or 2 years of average time. So if you're sitting really good, don't just get the class.
we can that last semester, is it not that?
Also, I think your major doesn't matter, so definitely benefit them.
What's the lowest passing rate you're at? The one you
I already said mine.
For me, I think it's either physics or organic chemistry between the two. I think physics, if you're not a numbers person, that's just going to stop you next to you. Organic chemistry, just the 3D, big molecules around, it's just not something that you wake up innately having the ability to do that. So I think between those for sure. But I was engineering, so my toughest class was not a pre-med class at all. It was actually something.
I don't know really of like the required things. Like I did a biophysics too, so some of our like upper level stuff there was a little intense. But yeah, I think physics can be a little hard if you're not a numbers kind of thing. Like I was in the one that the engineers third year students with those biochem, they were all like, I love math. And I was like, well, that's not math.
Mine was principles of Chem 1, first semester. I thought it was just absolutely terrible. I got a B-. I thought I was never going to be. I thought it was terrible. And it gets better. I mean, I love organic. I thought organic was awesome. I don't know.
You don't have to be scared of organic. I liked organic better than principles.
Organic lab was awesome. You get to make stuff. We made like Tylenol. I
Yeah.
tried mine. I didn't die. And it was like
You are not supposed to play.
So a lot of that too is adjustment to high school. I came from a small town high school. We didn't have a very good chem background at all. Like we were after the first 2 weeks of principles of camp, I was already like, okay, I'm out of everything I know completely from high school. But you catch up and you do better. So.
Yeah, and OChem being hard for me was just about the fact that I completely lack spatial abilities. Like if you just make me spin in a circle and then stop, I have no idea where I'm at. So I think it just has to do with your own sort of abilities to conceptualize three-dimensional images. And if you're like me, then you're never going to radiology.
It's true. Some people do love organic chemistry, but I hated it.
I love organic chemistry. I hated physics.
majority of people are still fairly undecided. I did orthopedic research all summer, and so I'm pretty invested in that, I guess. I got accepted the other day for a walk in Arizona, so I get to go in the winter time. It's gonna be awesome. So, you know, it's fun. But at the same time, even then, even though I've done all that, I don't have any interest in that for sure, because up until you get to third and fourth year, we haven't done rotations in the hospital. There could be so many things we've just never seen that we would love to do.
I think it's funny at interviews because when you're going in, like when you're pre-med, you feel like you need to know already what you're doing. So you get to interviews and all the interviewers will be talking, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be this, and then they'll ask the med students, like the M1s and M2s, and they'll all be like, oh, I have no idea. Like it's way too early to talk about that. So don't stress if you don't know now. But I think you'll start to see, like, I still don't know what I want to do, but like anytime they say anything about kids, I get really excited. So probably I should do something pediatric. But I don't know, you get a lot of opportunity to kind of keep exploring that.
I mean, I had a different perspective. Before even coming to med school, I had a mentor. Plus, my family is at risk for breast cancer. So being a surgical oncologist before I even come to med school, I think that's what I'm going to do. And again, when I get to third and fourth year, I might just fall in love with something else. But I think that I do surgical oncology, breast cancer.
I've discovered as med school moves on, I figure out what I don't want to be, and that's kind of been my, I don't know, theory here. And at the end, I'm just assuming that like if I keep crossing things off, there'll be one thing at the bottom of the list, written in bold red, and that will be what I do. And I think I've heard a lot of people say that. A lot of people don't know. Most people don't know for sure their first and second year, and as you start to go through rotations, you say like I can never do this for the rest of my life, or I love doing this every day.
Yeah, I really have no idea. I shadowed a lot in the ER over the summer, and I liked that a lot. I thought it was really cool. And then the summer before, I shadowed a lot in family practice. I thought that was really cool. So, kind of depends on what I'm shadowing at the time. What I'm going to do. So.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm still figuring it out too, honestly. I have an inclination towards psychiatry right now and neuropsychiatry just because it's the research that I do and the people there seem so friendly and they've got lives outside of work. But, you know, maybe I'll walk into like a surgical suite one day and be like, man, I'm a surgical badass. Who knows?
How did you guys figure out where to apply for school? That feels really daunting, trying to figure out where you want to go.
So there's a book, M-Star, there we go. If you guys heard that at all, it's literally a book of like all the U.S. medical schools, some other ones, Puerto Rico, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's you, yeah.
So there's a lot of med schools, and it is daunting. And so I guess you have to decide what's important to you. Location, you know, if you want to stay around the Midwest, something like that. Financial stuff. If you're from the state of Iowa, it's a lot easier to go to Iowa, the University of Iowa, than other schools, just because it's a lot cheaper. But you know, that's not the big thing for everybody. Some people want, you know, a certain level of education or just something to do. So they'll apply somewhere entirely different. Like, oh, California school, apply that. But that book is great because it's got everything about every school, admissions requirements, stuff about the college itself. It's got everything.
I think this is the advice I got too, is to kind of like group your schools you're looking at into like 3 categories. So you like apply to a few schools that are your like far out reaching schools. Like, man, I would love to go there, but I don't think I'll get in, you know. So apply to a couple of those. And then apply to a couple of those like middle range schools, you know, maybe where your numbers are a little closer to like their range and it's a place, you know, you'd be happy with, you know, but it's maybe not quite as competitive as some of those. And then maybe apply to a couple of other
So like apply everywhere or whatever, and then see where you get in, and then really think about the fit, you know.
In terms of how it's different than applying to undergrad, I think, like when I was applying to undergrad, I was looking at different schools, they have different programs. I applied to state schools and liberal arts schools, and there's so much difference in what you want to do. The thing about my schools is you graduate with an MD or a DO from all of them. They all are preparing you for the same thing. So you can kind of like take that part out of it. The other thing